This is how I like to use my Victoria Beckham Beauty Satin Kajal liners. First, it will be a good idea to sharpen the pencil. If you're not familiar with the VBB Satin Kajal texture, it is quite soft. It can be used to create a precise wing, a diffused wing, maybe a diffused shadow effect. I personally like to use them for a diffused shadow effect as well as a creamy eyeshadow moment. I'll show you both. You can use your fingers, but I would recommend that you have brushes on hand. These are two goat hair brushes. One is wispier on the smaller side, which will allow me to diffuse across the lash line and have that soft lash effect. This one is smaller and more dense and will carry the color wider on my lid. This is in Surfside, by the way, and yes, I still have my eye on denim. I don't even know when that's going to get back in stock. And Satin is on standby because I would love to show how I combine shadows with the Satin Kajal liners. Again, the texture is super soft and you can see the color richness already making errors. Taking my smaller wispy brush, I run it across what I just applied on the lash line, and then you can see the gradient start to build from lash line onto the lid, and then you can softly wing it out. If it's helpful, you can open your eyes and look forward towards the mirror. This is one way to wear it. If you want to completely commit, you could take the Satin Kajal liner through the waterline, top and bottom, take my same little brush, and now we'll create that hazy effect on the lower lash line as well. Now, my current favorite technique is to go willy-nilly, I mean across the lid, more so than how we did on our first demo, and kind of sketch out like a thicker, see what I'm doing there? Barely. And now taking that denser brush to just diffuse the color in a way that will appear as if I applied shadow on the lid. If you don't have this type of brush, you very well can use your fingers. The Satin Kajal texture is forgiving with a finger application. You don't need a fancy brush, but you just have to deal with the cleanup afterwards. Part 2, you could choose a palette you want to work with. I thought Satin was a great matchup with Surfside, don't you think? I can go in with this midnight looking color and just start stamping over where I applied the liner. Just add a little bit of highlight on this inner corner, placing that over the liner. If you wanted to, you can use another shadow just to finish the edges of Surfside. I'm taking this kind of muted beige shade and just softly running that along the edges in order to create more of a refined blend. Let's apply some lashes. A little bit of Prada on the lower lashes. One more finishing touch. Just a little bit of that twinkle inkle. Oh, that's pretty. So that is my demo for how I like to apply my Victoria Beckham Beauty Satin Kajal liners. Let me know what your favorite way is to use the Satin Kajal liners, and I'll see you in the next video.